Beer isn't just a drink, it's a global business worth billions. But which brands dominate the market? In this video, we're ranking the 10 biggest beer brands in the world based on sales revenue. From American light beers to global bestsellers from Europe and Asia, these brands have achieved massive success by selling millions of barrels each year. Some thrive on global expansion, while others dominate their home markets. Stick around to see which beer takes the #1 spot. You might be surprised. Number 10. Bud Light, America's best-selling light beer. Known for its crisp, easy drinking taste, Bud Light has dominated the American beer market for decades. Bud Light was first introduced in 1982 by Anheuser-Busch as a response to the growing demand for low-calorie beers. Designed as a lighter version of Budweiser, it quickly became a household name. While its strongest market remains the US, Bud Light has also expanded into Canada, Mexico, and select European and Asian markets. Despite being an American staple, it remains less dominant internationally than some of the other beers on this list. Bud Light is brewed with barley malt, rice, water, hops, and yeast, resulting in a light, smooth taste with a mild malt sweetness. Unlike heavier lagers, it's refreshing and easy to drink, making it a go-to for social drinking, sports events, and casual get-togethers. With only 110 calories per bottle, Bud Light is marketed as a guilt-free beer choice, appealing to those who want to enjoy a beer without the heaviness of a full-bodied lager. Bud Light remains America's top-selling beer with over $5 billion in annual sales. Despite declining sales in recent years, it continues to outperform most competitors in the US light beer market. Bud Light has ruled the American light beer market for decades, but next on our list is a beer that took Japanese brewing innovation to the next level. Number 9. Asahi, Japan's super dry revolution. Known for its clean, crisp taste, Asahi has become the top-selling beer in Japan and a growing force worldwide. Founded in 1889, Asahi's brewery started as a small operation in Osaka, Japan. For decades, it brewed traditional lagers, but in 1987, it made a game-changing move, introducing Asahi Super Dry, a beer that would revolutionize the market. Asahi has expanded far beyond Japan, growing into over 50 countries, including China, the US, Australia, and Europe. In recent years, it has also acquired major European beer brands such as Peroni and Grolsch, further increasing its global presence. Asahi Super Dry is brewed using a highly attenuated fermentation process which removes excess sweetness and leaves behind a clean, crisp, and ultra-refreshing finish. This dry style sets it apart from other lagers, making it the perfect pairing for Japanese cuisine, particularly sushi and ramen. Unlike traditional lagers, Asahi has low malt sweetness, a delicate hop aroma, and a fast, smooth finish that makes it incredibly easy to drink. It's often described as light, crisp, and airy, making it a favorite among those who prefer a refreshing, no-nonsense beer. Asahi generated an estimated $5.5 billion in annual beer sales, making it Japan's largest beer brand by revenue. Its continued international expansion and premium branding have helped it secure a strong foothold in the global beer market. Asahi has made a name for itself by redefining what a crisp, refreshing beer should taste like. But next on our list is a beer that takes cold refreshment to another level. Number 8. Coors Light, the beer as cold as the Rockies. With its innovative cold-activated cans and mountain imagery, Coors Light is a major player in the light beer market, especially in North America. Coors Light was introduced in 1978 by the Coors Brewing Company in the United States. It was created as a lighter, more refreshing alternative to traditional lagers, appealing to beer drinkers looking for a crisp and low-calorie option. Originally a regional beer, Coors Light quickly expanded across the US and Canada, becoming a staple at parties, sporting events, and bars. Over the years, Coors Light has also entered European and Asian markets, further increasing its global presence. Coors Light is brewed with pure Rocky Mountain water, which the brand claims contributes to its smooth and clean taste. It is also cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged, a process marked as born in the Rockies brewing. The result? a light-bodied beer with a subtle malt sweetness, mild hop bitterness, and a crisp finish. It's designed to be easy to drink and highly refreshing, making it a go-to choice for those who prefer a light and smooth beer without heavy flavors. One of Coors Light's biggest selling points is its cold-activated can technology. The mountains on the can turn blue when the beer is at its ideal drinking temperature, reinforcing its image as the ultimate ice-cold beer. Coors Light consistently ranks as one of the top-selling beers in the US, generating an estimated $6 billion in annual sales revenue. It has a strong presence in North America and Europe, with millions of barrels sold every year. Coors Light has mastered the art of cold refreshment, making it a favorite among light beer lovers. But next on our list is a beer that made light beer famous in the first place. Number 7. Miller Lite, the beer that started it all. Unlike other light beers that followed, Miller Lite was the first successful low-calorie beer, proving that a light beer could still have flavor. Miller Lite was introduced in 1975 by Miller Brewing Company in the United States. It was developed by Dr. Joseph Owens, a biochemist who formulated the first ever commercial light beer. After its release, Miller Lite quickly gained popularity in the US, particularly among beer drinkers who wanted a lower calorie option without giving up on taste. Over time, it expanded to Canada, Europe, and parts of South America, but its core market remains North America. Miller Lite is brewed with a blend of malted barley, corn syrup, not high fructose, and Galena hops. Unlike many light beers that are criticized for being watery or bland, Miller Lite maintains a balanced flavor profile. It's smooth, slightly malty, with a crisp hop bite. The beer is light-bodied but still flavorful, making it stand out in a market dominated by mass-produced light lagers. Its tagline, "Great taste, less filling," became one of the most successful beer slogans in history. Miller Lite remains one of the best-selling beers in the US, with annual sales reaching $7 billion in revenue. It has solidified its place as one of the top-selling light beers, competing directly with Bud Light and Coors Light. Miller Lite changed the beer industry by proving that light beer could be both flavorful and refreshing. But next on our list is a beer that's not just popular in the US, it's one of the biggest names in Japanese beer. Kirin, Japan's historic brewing giant. As one of Japan's most respected beer brands, Kirin has made a strong impact on both the domestic and international beer markets. Kirin Brewery Company was founded in 1888 in Japan and has since become one of the country's most iconic beer brands. The company took inspiration from European brewing techniques, creating a lager that would appeal to both Japanese and international palates. While Kirin is a top-selling beer in Japan, it has also expanded into China, the United States, Australia, and parts of Europe. In recent years, Kirin has acquired stakes in other breweries across Asia and Oceania, strengthening its presence in the global beer industry. Kirin's flagship beer, Kirin Ichiban, is brewed using a unique first-press brewing method. Unlike other beers that extract flavor from multiple pressings of malt, Kirin Ichiban only uses the initial extract, resulting in a cleaner, smoother, and more refined taste. With a delicate balance of sweetness and mild bitterness, Kirin Ichiban offers a silky mouthfeel and crisp finish. This makes it a great pairing for Japanese cuisine, including sushi, tempura, and grilled meats. Kirin consistently ranks among the top-selling beers in Japan, generating an estimated $8 billion in annual beer sales. Its stronghold in the Asian market, along with its increasing international presence, continues to push its sales higher each year. Kirin has mastered the art of balancing tradition with innovation, making it a dominant force in the Japanese beer market. But next on our list is a beer brand that has become an international phenomenon. Number 5. Modelo Especial, Mexico's fast-rising beer giant. With its full-bodied taste and golden color, Modelo Especial has made a name for itself as a premium imported lager. Modelo Especial was first brewed in 1925 by Grupo Modelo in Mexico. While it initially gained popularity within Mexico, it later expanded its reach and became one of the leading imported beers in the US, rivaling even long-established brands. Over the years, Modelo Especial has expanded across North America, Europe, and Asia. but its strongest market remains the United States. Unlike many other brands, Modelo has positioned itself as a high-end import beer appealing to consumers looking for quality and flavor. Modelo Especial is a pale lager brewed with barley malt, non-malted cereals and hops, creating a smooth yet robust malt flavor. It has subtle hints of honey, a slight bitter finish, and a crisp golden appearance. Unlike other light lagers, Modelo has a more pronounced body, making it a satisfying yet refreshing beer. It's often served with a lime wedge, much like its sibling brand, Corona, but it offers a richer taste profile. Modelo Especial sales have skyrocketed in the past decade. It is now the #1 import beer in the US, surpassing even Corona. In 2023, it became the best-selling beer in the entire United States with over $10 billion in annual sales revenue. Modelo Especial has proven that an import beer can dominate a massive market like the US, but next on our list is a brand that has been around for over a century and remains one of the world's most recognizable beer brands. Number 4. Budweiser, the king of beers. With over a century of brewing history, Budweiser remains one of the most widely recognized and consumed beers in the world. Budweiser was first brewed in 1876 by Adolphus Busch in St. Louis, Missouri, USA. Inspired by traditional Czech Pilsners, Busch created a smooth, crisp, and highly drinkable lager that quickly became a national favorite. Over time, Budweiser expanded beyond the US and became a global beer powerhouse. Today, Budweiser is available in over 80 countries, making it one of the most internationally recognized beer brands. It has a dominant presence in the US, Latin America, Europe, and Asia, with marketing campaigns that have made it a household name worldwide. Budweiser is brewed using barley malt, rice, water, hops, and yeast. The use of rice gives a lighter, crisper finish, setting it apart from traditional malt-heavy lagers. One of Budweiser's unique techniques is beechwood aging, which smooths out the beer and enhances its drinkability. The result is a mildly sweet, slightly malty beer with a clean finish, making it a go-to choice for casual beer drinkers. Budweiser generates over $11 billion in annual beer sales, making it one of the top-selling beer brands globally. Though it has faced competition from light beers in recent years, it remains one of the biggest beer brands in the world in both volume and revenue. Budweiser has long been a giant in the beer industry, but next on our list is a beer that has taken European brewing to an entirely new level. Number 3. Heineken, the world's green star. Known for its distinct green bottle, red star, and crisp taste, Heineken has established itself as a premium global brand with a strong presence in over 190 countries. Heineken was founded in 1864 by Gerard Adriaan Heineken in Amsterdam, Netherlands. What started as a small family-owned brewery quickly grew into one of the most successful beer brands in Europe and beyond. Few beers have achieved the international reach of Heineken. With breweries and distribution networks across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, Heineken is available in almost every country in the world. Its premium branding and marketing campaigns have positioned it as a sophisticated yet accessible beer. Heineken is brewed using barley malt, hops, and its exclusive A yeast strain, which gives it a slightly fruity, mildly bitter taste with a crisp finish. Unlike many lagers, Heineken has a distinct aroma and a full-bodied mouthful, making it a standout choice in the premium beer market. Another key factor? Heineken follows the traditional European brewing method with longer fermentation, ensuring consistency and quality in every batch. Heineken's success isn't just about branding, it's about sheer sales volume. The company generates an estimated $13 billion in annual beer sales, making it the third highest-selling beer brand in the world. Its dominance in Europe, combined with strong sales in Asia and North America, keeps it firmly among the top global beer brands. Heineken's international dominance makes it a true powerhouse in the beer industry. But next on our list is a beer that has surpassed even Heineken in global sales. Number 2. Corona Extra, Mexico's global beer icon. With its clear bottle, golden hue, and signature lime ritual, Corona Extra has established itself as the best-selling Mexican beer worldwide. Corona Extra was first brewed in 1925 by Grupo Modelo in Mexico City. Originally crafted to appeal to local beer drinkers, its light and crisp taste quickly made it a national favorite before expanding into the US and international markets. Corona Extra is now sold in more than 120 countries, making it one of the most widely distributed beer brands in the world. It is particularly dominant in North America, Europe, and parts of Asia, where it is often associated with a laid-back tropical lifestyle. One of the biggest reasons for its global success is its strong branding and marketing strategy. Corona is often promoted as the beer of choice for outdoor gatherings, vacations, and summer adventures, reinforcing its reputation as a refreshing, easy-drinking lager. Corona Extra is brewed with barley malt, hops, corn, yeast, and filtered water, giving it a smooth and slightly sweet flavor with subtle citrus undertones. Unlike heavier lagers, Corona is light-bodied, crisp, and easy to drink, making it a popular choice for casual beer drinkers. Its iconic clear bottle sets it apart from most beers, allowing its golden color to be visible. While some critics argue that clear bottles expose beer to light damage, Corona's mild and refreshing taste remains its biggest selling point. Corona Extra generates an estimated $14 billion in annual beer sales, making it the second best-selling beer in the world. It has also been the top imported beer in the US for decades, further solidifying its global dominance. Corona Extra has conquered the world with its light flavor and strong branding, but at the very top of our list is a beer that outsells every other brand globally. Number 1. Snow Beer, the best-selling beer you've never heard of. Despite its low international profile, Snow Beer sells more than any other beer on the planet, thanks to its dominance in the massive Chinese beer market. Snow Beer was first introduced in 1993 by China Resources Snow Breweries in partnership with SAB Miller. Unlike many of the other beers on this list, Snow is relatively young, yet it has managed to outperform every other beer brand in sales volume due to its massive domestic demand. Unlike other top beer brands that rely on international sales, Snow Beer has built its success almost entirely within China. While it has started expanding to select markets in Asia and Australia, the vast majority of its sales still come from domestic consumers. This makes Snow unique among the world's biggest beer brands. It doesn't need to dominate globally to hold the number 1 position. Its success comes from China's immense population and high beer consumption rates. Snow Beer is a pale lager with a light, crisp taste that is easy to drink and not too bitter. Unlike European or American lagers, it has a mild, refreshing profile with a very smooth finish, making it appealing to mass-market consumers. Because Snow Beer is designed for mass consumption, it is typically priced lower than premium international beers. This affordability, combined with its widespread availability, helps drive its unmatched sales volume. Snow Beer is the undisputed best-selling beer in the world, with annual sales exceeding 100 million hectoliters. That's twice the sales of Budweiser. Despite being virtually unknown outside China, it remains the number 1 beer by sheer volume, thanks to its domination of the Chinese market. Snow Beer might not be a global household name, but its sales prove that China is a powerhouse in the beer industry. And that's the top 10 biggest beer brands in the world. Some, like Heineken and Budweiser, have built global empires, while others, like Snow Beer, dominate a single massive market. Which beer is your favorite? Did the number 1 spot surprise you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into the world's biggest brands. Cheers, and see you in the next one.